Wamuchomba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, through your guidance and your leadership, I brought a motion on uniform in the House. We debated on matters uniform, and the ABLE Committee of Education directed that the ministry provides clear direction to head teachers on matters uniform. It is very disappointing that 2 years down the line, Mr. Speaker, the same issue of uniform that we debated in this House has not been sorted. So in other words, Mr. Speaker, the minister is making us look like we don't work. He's actually making us getting bashed by our own voters. When he comes here and tells us that the TSC is yet to implement an administrative regulation. I am not satisfied as a mover of that motion, and I think this minister and his peers should be fired with immediate effect because they are not helping us. Mr. Speaker, on the same issue of uniform...
You are now making a speech. Ask a question.
My question is the minister aware that a certain school in Gathoni constituency called Kagwe Girls, the kids, it is now a national school, that grade 10 students reported and they were not admitted in that school, all the way from Turkana. Parents and children slept or spent the night on the benches of that school at the reception for 2 nights just because they did not come with the right uniform. This issue of uniform, Mr. Speaker, is very serious, and the minister is actually playing games with us. We have done our part as members of parliament. He should take his job very seriously, or else he should be fired.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Bwana CS, you were on record having indicated that the ministry will be shutting down schools that have admitted few students in grade 10. Yet we have a trend taking place currently in the country whereby greedy principals are over-admitting grade 10 learners in their schools. You find that a school that has been categorized as a 4-stream school has admitted close to 10 streams, stretching the facilities they have in terms of teachers, in terms of laboratories, and even classrooms. What steps is the ministry putting in place to tame these greedy principals who over-admit for the sole purpose of getting capitation and therefore denying these learners an opportunity to have a free and a fair learning environment? Thank you.
Thank you, Atandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, every year, Budget Committee engages in public hearings across several counties across the country, in which the citizens are allowed to give their views on which project they would like to be factored and a public participation vote. Honorable Speaker, it has come to our attention that for the last 2 financial years, the Ministry of Education has failed to implement those projects. I want to understand from the Minister why he has failed to implement those projects for the 2 financial years that we have done the budgets. And lastly, on the budget, Honorable Speaker, from the records we have, the total resource requirement for capitation is 129 billion. This is information we have from the Ministry of Finance and from the Budget and Education Committee. But I've seen that from the report presented by the Minister that we have a deficit of 48 billion. From our records, we allocated 93.6 billion for capitation. And therefore, the deficit that we should be talking about is 35 billion, not 48 billion. Mr. Minister, please, you need to clarify on that. Thank you.
Wangwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want the CS to be very specific on when is he planning to submit the capitation for grade 10 students, Honorable Speaker. And underscore, Honorable Speaker, this, that he has undertaken to send the books for grade 10 by the first week or so of February. But while sending the books, Honorable Speaker, they use a specific number of students. But while sending capitation, they choose not to rely on the same figure to send the money for capitation. Where is the discrepancy coming from? Such that during the remittance of capitation, there is always less amount sent to schools. But in terms of distribution of books, Honorable Speaker, there are various books which are submitted to students, even by 100% or even 200% of the candidates. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Beatrice Kamei.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And to the Minister, I want to ask this question. What action or help are you giving to the schools which have posted poor results or low results over the years? I'm saying this, Honorable Speaker, with this in mind that there is one school in Gericho, Moisito, where parents are actually protecting or defend, they are actually protecting the school, while on the other hand, Honorable Speaker, they are trying to attack the teachers, especially on the road. So the teachers are not safe and the school is not doing well. Honorable Speaker, the minister has said that he's working with the Ministry of Interior to make sure that there is security of all the teachers. But here, Honorable Speaker, is the minister aware or does he have information of all the schools which are insecure? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Roida.
Waziri, Lamu Mashariki imethibitisha uhaba wa walimu ndio imekuwa sababu kubwa watu student wetu kuanguka kwa mitihani. 2022 tulipeleka mwanafunzi hakuna mwanafunzi hata mmoja tulipeleka university. 2023 tulipeleka wanafunzi wawili the whole constituency. 2024 tulipeleka wanafunzi 4. 2025 tumepeleka 19. Munipigie makofi.
Well done.
Sasa natoe mfano shule moja SIU secondary. Result ya 2022 ilikuwa D-2, D plane 2, D-7, E20. Lakini hii 2025 imetoa B1, B-1, C+2, C-3, D+2, D5 na D-10, E1. Na hii ni sababu hii shule kwa miaka yote walikuwa wakifanya chemistry, hawajawahi ona mwalimu wa chemistry. Safari hii shule zangu zimepata walimu na sio kwa ministry, ni kwenda kuomba president kumlilia paka kaelewa shida. Ministry paka sasa hawajaelewa. Swali langu ni hili. Hii miaka yote tumekuwa tukigandamizwa, tutalipwa nini? Manake vijana wetu generation zimekufa. Na imeonekana ni kama marginalization wazi na wengine hawajui kwamba marginalization, wanasema marginalization imetokea bila wao kujua. Lakini kukutaka wao nyingi